looking down. Could you stop looking down my shirt, please? You guys see this? Wow, so disrespectful.
Hope none of your relatives die horrifying death too.
No! Caesar! I need to go learn Hammond. Okay, I'll be back. Have a great rest of your day. Did you just really say Hammondi's nuts? Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar. To be honest, I've not seen all of Demon Slayer, so I'm not super familiar with all of Tanjiro's abilities outside of season, like halfway through season 2. So let's see what they have to say about it.
The sun-breathing Demon Slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever
Wait a second. If Tanjiro uses like certain like breathing skills that involve like anything that's like fire or sunlight, I wonder if Jonathan could pull Hammond from that. Probably not.
These two
This
anime
thing can
monster
real
hunters are
extreme.
as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them.
This is actually a really good battle that makes sense because they both have to use breathing techniques for their powers to actually activate. So I really like this. This is a really smart battle to put against each other.
Breathless. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Yeah, I think this is
death
actually
battle.
awesome. Ultimate cars.
Daisho
Yeah, but he's
Japan,
easy to beat.
an
Just
era
put him
of
in space.
unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a
Yeah, this is
sickness,
Hammond. This
a
is no
rot
stands,
at
by
its
the way.
core. Demons. This race of superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Komodo clan.
I mean, he's just
Though one
hungry.
of them
Yum, yum.
fatefully survived. The eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko
Hammond is pretty
alive
busted,
too.
that's true.
Bad news is she's a demon now. So sorry, champ. I'm chalking this day up as an L.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and
He said
ending Muzan's
friendship.
evil once
And
for
she
all.
said, nah, I'm
So
gonna be
he
good,
joined the
JK.
Demon Slayer Corps.
Yeah, this is before Jotaro, so this is all about Hammond energy. It's nothing about stance and things like that.
Secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords, forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore. The Nichiren blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good, especially when combined with the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic, but
I
that's
mean,
not
it
what
is.
it's
It's
called.
breathing
Yeah,
and
it's
putting the
breathing,
power
which is
into
so
the
lame.
katana.
Anybody can do that. Oh, God.
Isn't his true power is to use his breathing, and then he uses that as energy and uses the katana as like a source to put that energy onto. It's almost like just an item he's imbuing with magic, essentially.
I was wrong.
The use of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep. Literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes.
Now, I will say, Chad, I have not seen Tanjiro's like ultimate best abilities, right? I have not seen him at his absolute best, so he might have something for Jonathan that he could beat him with.
Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades for, well, katana magic.
Each breathing style is a separate form of sword combat. The
I
first
hate
form
that guy so
Tanjiro
much, he's
mastered
so
was
annoying.
water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made him a prodigy Demon Slayer in no time.
I remember
He
that
proved
part. That
to
was
be a
crazy.
tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was.
He did figure out how
Hundreds
to
of
beat that one demon that could flip the room with the drums. He took that out like it was no problem, so he is really smart. I'll give him that.
years ago, the creator
Especially in
of the very
battles.
first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the fire god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into
He's
godlike
samurai
flames that slow a
Deku.
demon's healing factor and can turn into a
I mean, a
wicked
little bit,
fire
a little
dragon.
bit.
Sun breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark
Well,
on his
I mean,
forehead.
Hamon's kind of the same
Intense
way.
stress and exertion,
Has limits.
Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him access to the see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him X-ray vision.
This allows
I have
him such
no
a
idea what the
precise
fuck this
understanding
is.
of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions. Sort of like a spider sense. He can
Oh,
even do the
got
same
you.
with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark.
Oh, that's
needed.
gonna be
Not
tough.
only can his
That's
nose
gonna be
detect
tough
people
for,
from hundreds of
Jonathan to
yards
deal with.
away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's
Yeah,
basically
it kind
the
of is
group
like a
mom
warning.
with an innocent little
It's like
cherub
Danger Sense from,
sweetness
My
matched
Hero.
only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon
I mean, he is still human though, you know what I mean? Like, whenever he gets hurt, he has to, like, stop and get medical care, stuff like that. So, I mean, there is that. Even though he's very strong, he's also still a human at the end of the
turned
day.
himself into a train whiz. Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and
Yeah, I
eventually
think
the
that's a good
strongest
point.
of them all, Muzan
We have to remember about
himself.
this.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Is Demon Slayer over, chat? Like, did they have the final season yet? Because, again, I've not kept up with it. I could not get through it. That one character was too annoying for me. I never quit animes. Just like, that was a very rare occurrence for me. The manga ended, got you. The final season going to be finished with a movie trilogy. That's kind of like me have to watch a movie to finish the manga, though. You know what I mean?
Victorian England, an infamously shit
Yes,
time to be alive.
Zinsu or
Whether
whatever
you
his
were a
name is.
lowly
He
street
sucks.
rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless you're dead in all.
Wait, I have a question, Chad. Is there one with Dio? Yeah, did they have a battle with Dio in here? Because that would be pretty cool. I would love to see who they put him up against.
His infinite wisdom decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother.
No,
That'd
not
make
the
you one
doggo.
Unlucky schmuck.
That would make you Jonathan
You
Joestar.
hate you,
Hadn't
Dio.
heard, Wiz?
A Dio
Everybody
versus
just
Alucard.
calls him JoJo.
In an effort
that
to
sounds
take the
fun.
Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new
Dio
brother
versus
Dio
Takahata.
dedicated his life to breaking
I love
Jonathan
it.
emotionally, turning him into a puppet. But after being bullied, beaten,
there's
and
no way.
thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad it didn't last forever, because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed
And
Papa
stole his
Joestar.
body.
Classic Dio.
With Dio now bent on world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just any creepy floating
That
Italian
scene
man.
is always
It was
so funny.
Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner of Haman, an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breath,
Oh my God, he has
Haman
the
uses
falcon
to
knee.
blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents. Huh.
That's what Haman means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime
I mean, he could also just punch the sword and send the Haman through the sword. Yeah, so see, for what Zeppeli does is he punches a frog, but he sends a Haman through the frog into the rock below. So it keeps the frog alive, but it destroys the rock. So you can manipulate Haman. It can go through like different, really anything if you wanted to.
protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing. Well, that'd be 2 nickels, but let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Haman energy massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch.
They can
In order
also
to fight
heal with
Dio,
it, too.
Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he chomped on a gum-gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That might sound crazy,
That
but
sounds
there
really
are
horrible.
real-life examples of breathing basically giving people valuable superpowers.
Like
That
the
sounds like
Dutch
that would hurt
adventurer
so bad.
Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours. Through forced
I'm
exhalation,
sorry, what?
Drop
Is this the real life Jonathan Joestar? What the fuck? That is wild. Oh my god. What the fuck? I see you looking down. Could you stop looking down my shirt, please? You guys see this? Wow, so disrespectful. That battle host is looking down my shirt. Wow, I can't believe
his
this.
oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the Zoom Punch.
Such a perv.
Mod is basically just like
Gosh,
the
Wiz,
Eastern
what are you
idea of chi.
doing, man?
Voila! Which is certainly
Everybody
for the
shake your
body, but
head.
What else? Breathing. And just like chi, it can do lots of crazy shit.
Okay, so I need to
Like
learn how to
walking
breathe
on
better,
water,
chat.
magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces. Like
I think I'm gonna do that.
He can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless.
You
with
gotta
his
do, I
patented
understand.
Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and
The original
satisfied.
Uda.
Uh-huh. Jonathan took these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there
The
for
original
Exposition
Uda.
Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged
I think they're
war
probably
against
Death
an
Stage.
army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing.
Okay, chat,
And
let's
even
be real, though.
snapped
Tarkus
JoJo's
kinda
neck and
lame.
Cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Before succumbing
No, chat, no! Caesar! Not Caesar. Can I get 07 for Caesar?
Zeppeli's last act was
Saddest
to pass his
moment.
ripple onto Jonathan.
Saddest
not only
moment of
allowing
all
him
time.
To feel his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through
That's true, he is
Tarkus's
much
giant
stronger now.
arm. Not with his nifty new sword Pluck, with his bare goddamn hand.
With this power
Yep.
boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait,
Now,
I wish somebody would fist me with their raging hot. Hey, yo!
Fisted Dio was
Hey,
pretty
yo.
impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum.
Yeah, that's
Hell,
true.
Even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
Need to learn
but more
Hamon
than his
immediately.
strength or speed or even
Sorry, guys, I gotta go. I need to go learn Hamon, okay? I'll be back. Yeah, just watch the video without me. I just need to learn how to do Hamon, chat. Don't worry about it. Have a great rest of your day. Did you just really say him on these nuts? Ban Mizu.
Hamon, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive for justice that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that
And then he came back
defeated him
anyway.
again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even
Yeah,
after
he's a true
everything Dio
gentleman.
did to him, all the lies
True
and
gentleman.
abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain.
Best
His
boy,
bloodline
best
would
boy.
continue throughout the ages, spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they
Until
all
they
had one
don't.
thing in common.
Until
His
they
name,
don't.
JoJo. Wait, is the ripple his dick?
Until they don't.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run
Yeah,
the
chat,
data
I'm gonna be
through all
real.
possible-
Before we get started on this one, I have absolutely no idea. I mean, I feel like Tanjiro maybe has some extra abilities or strengths that I don't know about. As far as Jonathan, I know Jonathan skills very well. I don't know. I think this one's gonna be pretty tough. I think it's gonna be evil, but we'll see what happens. I hope Jonathan wins because I'm a JoJo fan, but you know, I'm a little biased, so
possibilities.
Let's see what happens,
time
chat.
for a death battle!
I'll be no stands. There's only
This episode of
Hamon.
Death-
Yeah, remember, Jonathan only has Hamon, no stand. Oh, I think I dropped something down here. What is this? Oh my god, it's a subscribe button. Wow. Well, since we're here, guys, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me a ton. Okay, back to the video. He's gonna fight with stands in the fighting games. Yeah, he uses Hamon.
Step aside! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions. I don't
I'll
know
go
who
with the
you
pixel
are,
art on this
but
one.
you better leave her alone. You poor wretch. shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman,
The
I will
pixels.
free you.
I don't mind them. They look pretty
I'm
good.
sorry, sir. Did you bump your head? Total concentration.
Yeah, he can see what he's gonna do.
Most unorthodox. You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through.
Aw, he's kind of adorable. Like a puppy. I wonder if he has a caretaker.
Pretty even so far. Imagine that you're fighting, chat, and somebody's arm just stretches all the way across the battlefield and hits you. That would freak me the f out.
You're mine. Valiant footwork.
Wait, whoa, time out. He can dispel his stuff with Hamon? That's a big deal. If he can dispel all of his magic with Hamon, that's crazy. Oh, no. Oh, that's really bad for Tanjiro.
No kamikaze.
That's really bad for him.
Nice try.
Incredible. You could teach me a thing or two.
Oh, that's true. Piccolo can do that too. He literally looked like Trunks.
His breathing is carrying some kind of energy. Like me. And that means I know how to stop him.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
He's focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal, silver, overdrive!
What just happened? Oh.
I got you.
Wait, he's going for my lungs.
That's smart.
Two inches off. Did he dodge?
Did he take it first? He took the shot? Oh, Tanjiro is absolutely fucked.
Jeez. My.
Yeah, the gambit, man, the gambit. Yeah, Jonathan can move his lungs.
On my honor,
with
as
the
a
Hamon.
gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
Let's go, JoJo! He could also just heal him if he wanted to, but let's go! Oh no. Weird fanfic. Weird fanfic. Weird fanfic on that one. But yeah, because Jonathan can adjust his muscles with the Hamon and stuff. Theoretically, I guess he can move his lungs, right? I mean, I would be willing to accept that as an argument.
I'm not crying. I'm on
Weird fanfic.
really hard. Holy shit. Oh,
Somewhere.
Touch me.
Somewhere on the internet.
Paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
for sure. He'd been training for way longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced
That's very true.
teachers. Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training.
Yeah,
was
Jonathan
less
did his
than
in like a month.
Tanjiro was obviously a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and katana magic, while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat. While
Yeah, if he had
Tanjiro was
Nezuko, he
pretty
might
much
be,
out of options
he might
without
have won
blade.
that.
Jonathan also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and JoJo to Tarkus, Jonathan was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful
Interesting.
Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times faster. That might seem crazy, but
Oh
in
my god,
part
he
three,
did
Dio was
actually
able
do
to
that. That's
keep
true.
up with stands like Star
Oh my
Platinum,
God.
which can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways
No
to
way, no way. Are you serious? They actually are trying to like weigh in Jonathan's body as Dio. Okay, that's a little broken. I'm not gonna lie. That's cheating a little bit. That's cheating a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit on that one.
Movements and see the flow of his ripple with X-ray vision. Tanjiro would not have been fast enough to keep up.
Especially with the ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though, had no way to defend against the ripple bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his
That's what's really messed up about Haman is you can literally put the energy wherever you want to. So, I mean, you can put it in the brain and make it explode, right?
muscles like a puppeteer,
or directly shutting off his brain or heart. Something
Exactly.
other Ripple users have done to ordinary
Yeah,
humans
he's done
with
before.
a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure, Tanjiro could recover himself with a breath, but that'd be a breath spent healing and not, fighting.
And while
Yeah,
sun
it's only
breathing's
just muscle
overuse
magic.
was dangerous to Tanjiro, JoJo's Haman had no such drawback.
Which meant that JoJo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down
Yeah, the
easy,
energy
but
manipulation
Jonathan's
is pretty
speed,
broken.
Haman, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
All right, chat. So now I have to
The
ask
winner
you.
is Jonathan Joestar.
Now I have to ask all of you, chat. What's your thoughts on this one? Because to me, chat, I mean, it makes sense to me, but there might have been something in here that was missed. Pretty accurate. Yeah, pretty accurate.